Hi, I'm John from Just Whiskey. If you like today's show, please give it the thumbs up, like, and subscribe. And speaking of subscribers, thanks so much for all the new subscribers. We're over 400 subscribers now, and every day people are joining in my journey. So it's good stuff. It's really, really, really good stuff. So like, subscribe, and consider becoming a Patreon with the link in the description below. And remember, it's just whiskey, folks. A quick shout out to John's Liquors in Falmouth, Massachusetts on Cape Cod. No relation to me, but he does have a good selection of Easter eggs, both in the bourbon world and the Scotch world, including some of these that we're talking about possibly, and Springbanks. All right. Today we are going to be talking about and comparing the 2021 cask strength Kilkerran 56.9 to the ex-bourbon release from Kilkerran from 2018, and this was the 56.5% ABV. All right. Both non-chill filtered, no coloring added. Let's talk about the 2018 bourbon cask matured. My understanding, I don't think there's any sherry in here, and if it is, it's minimal. But I think it's 100% ex-bourbon from 2018. The nose, rich, thick, creamy vanilla, caramel, butterscotch, but a real thick, heavy vanilla cream is the prominent note on the nose. On the palate, that's nice. Again, the palate complements the nose. Heavy, creamy, thick vanilla, salted caramel, butterscotch. It's got a bit of prickliness on the tongue, a black pepper prickliness. The finish is lightly sweet, which goes into a drying, mouth-puckering finish. I would say the finish is more on the medium side, and it has that bourbon bite to it. You can tell these are ex-bourbon casks. So you get the remnants of that. There is no funk in this that I can detect at all. So if you're a bourbon purist, I think this would really suit you. Yeah, I'm not getting any funk in there. It is somewhat complex, but not overly so. That's good. All right, now on to the 2021 cask strength 56.9, and this is 100% ex Oloroso matured. All right, this bottle's been open for quite a while now, and right off the bat, the first few drams of this were heavily sulfured. So if you're sensitive to sulfur, or it's not your jam, maybe this isn't your deal. On the nose, the sulfury notes have subsided as the level goes down, but still prominently spent matchsticks. And you can pick up the spent matchsticks in sherry. You're picking up on that. The cocoa, vanilla, sweet funk. You're getting you're getting the cocoa and the vanilla, that sweet, intense, viscous, briny. The spent match is there, a little bit of mint, and the finish is on the long side. The finish, in my opinion, is much longer than the bourbon finish. So this is medium to long. And although this is definitely sweeter, the finish is longer. But the finish is a little bit dry, a slight puckeriness, slight saltiness, brininess. But yeah, this is definitely sweeter, longer finish, funky for sure. This is probably more complex than the ex-bourbon barrel. They both cost me about the same. They're both about $90. I've said this before. I haven't reviewed the Kilkerran 12, but I did kill a bottle of it about between 2 and 3 years ago. And I couldn't, although I could appreciate the quality, it wasn't my thing. Having said that, when I first tried Springbank, even the Springbank 10, and then graduated to Springbank 12 cask strength, it was a learning curve on the palate. It took me a while to appreciate it. But I've become a Springbank fanboy for sure. Personally, I would gravitate towards Springbank before I would gravitate towards the Kilkerran. I previously reviewed the batch 4 heavily peated Kilkerran 8, and wow, that was a hot, funky mess. That's for sure. But that's slowly coming around. But for me, these are an acquired taste, and I don't think I'm quite there yet. Although I've had as much experience or more with the Kilkerrans as I did in the beginning of my Springbank journey. But I took the Springbank, and I love Springbank. Same family, of course, Springbank. The Mitchell family, they own the Glengyle distillery, which makes the Kilkerran. So as much as I can appreciate, these are, again, if you're a bourbon, this is not going to have many surprises for you. So I think this is a great introduction to Scotch whiskey for any bourbon lover. The Kilkerran 8 cask strength Oloroso 2021, and their batch 4 of the heavily peated is a bit more of an acquired taste, in my humble opinion. How would I rate these? I'm going to rate these more on quality than my reachability. They're not something that I feel myself grabbing for. They're more of something where I really have to dissect it, more so with the Oloroso. So I'm going to rate this the Kilkerran 8 from 2018, the ex-bourbon, 56.9. I'm going to give that a solid 88. And the 2021 Kilkerran 8 cask strength, 56.9. I'm going to give that an 89, more for its complexity as compared to the bourbon. It does have more going on, but a caveat. In my opinion, it is an acquired taste. All right, I think that pretty much sums it up. If you like today's show, please give it a thumbs up, like, and subscribe. And Happy New Year to 2022. This is my first review of 2022, and I think I'm kicking it off in a high fashion with some interesting acquired taste type drams. So remember, it's just whiskey, and hats off to you all, and take care, and Happy New Year.